Hey, this is Mr. Hicks, and I wanted to take this opportunity to tell you about AP Environmental Science, a new elective offered next year at Atrisco. The class is definitely big picture biology, so much so that I doubt you'll even hear the word cell. So to illustrate what the class is actually about, I'm going to ask a few questions that I hope to cover next year in the class. How are humans changing landscapes, and why is it pretty likely that none of this will be here in 100 years? Why are non-living things like soil, water, and the atmosphere so important to life? Would you be willing to spend a little bit of your free time down here if I made it part of your grade? And why is this system so dramatically different from this one, even though they're only separated by a few miles and a couple hundred meters of elevation gain? Ultimately, this class is about the Earth, its environmental systems, how they came to be, and how our actions are shaping their very uncertain future. Now, if that sounds interesting to you, let's do a little word and phrase association before you make your final decision. College level reading, college level expectations, spending a lot of time outside, even in January, touching bugs and getting dirty, an eventual AP exam, the most rigorous and challenging science class you've ever taken, learning to work like a scientist from someone who's worked like a scientist. You're going to be reading like every day. Pretty much everything will be hands-on though. Not to mention I spent 6 years of my life getting paid to sit in this river, so I sort of know what I'm talking about. Plus, lots of good stories. So if all that seems interesting to you and you're going to be a senior next year, I highly recommend you sign up for AP Environmental Science. By the way, biology too is still a thing, and it's still an awesome way to experience the plants, animals, and microbes that make this planet exponentially, infinitely more interesting and more colorful. So if you still want to do a ton of work and a decent amount of reading, but not as much as AP Environmental Science, then Bio 2 is your logical next choice. And juniors are welcome.